is a valuable asset, and you want to take care of your home. From roofs, siding, windows, and doors to furnaces, flooring, landscaping, and much more. This is your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio, presented by JeffBuysYourHouse.com. Valdecast Windows and Doors, and by Center Guard Plumbing, with your host, Roger Piper.
Your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio.
Hi, welcome to Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper. This show is all about your home. And today we're going to talk about that hot water that you love to see coming out of the sink and out of the shower. We've got Jim Eggert from U.S. Water Heating Solutions. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Now, Jim, you've got a company that focuses solely on making that water hot, right?
Yes.
Tell us, and you've got a great story. Tell us about how you started with this in this industry and doing this business.
Yeah, I look at our business as a niche business. We focus primarily on water heaters and boilers for both domestic and heating systems. We operate in about 20 states right now. We started off in 2018 out of our corporate headquarters in Arlington Heights here locally in Chicago. And, our main focus, like I said, is to be the experts in water heating. Our techs are factory trained from all the major manufacturers. We put a lot of time and effort in teaching our technicians the fundamentals of how the piece of equipment actually functions and works and what it needs to run at peak performance in each environment that they're installed in. You know, what people don't understand is the equipment of today is very technologically advanced. It's not like a water heater from 20 years ago. It's made in a completely different way. It looks the same, however, it functions completely differently due to energy code and standards that are in place. So we're always trying to get more and more out of it to, lower our footprint for emissions and for, burning of natural fuel and things like that. In doing so, they get computerized. They have bells and whistles. They have all sorts of electronic devices on them, which, when you think of a water heater, everybody thinks plumber.
Right, and that's why I think it's so interesting that this is not a part of the business. This is the business.
Definitely.
This is what you do. And you've been in the trade since you were 16.
Yep. Yeah, my father was a union electrical contractor here for 36-plus years in Chicago. Before that, after I graduated college in, 2005, I went and worked for EMCOR Group. I spent some time with Johnson Controls as well, learned about running multi, 30-plus service companies with, techs and trucks and seeing that whole service model, doing big construction installations. And I was really able to learn from some great companies that, did things in great ways. I mean, I took the good that they did and expanded on the things that I felt I could do better with. And here we are.
What a great story. What a fan. And now you're in several states, right?
Yeah, we're in about 20 states, all kind of creeping out like ivory from Chicago.
That's great. Well, that's a great American story, and you got to be good at what you do or you wouldn't have that kind of success. Now, when people think about, getting that water hot, you do water heaters, you do boilers, and then, you do the tankless, right? That as well. So is that kind of the scope of it when it comes to the homeowner?
There's a lot there.
Okay.
There's, right now everybody's pushing for electrification. There's a lot of utility programs and things like that to drive, heat pump water heating is a big thing right now, and it will be forever. There's legislation in place that are hopefully, working towards where at some point you won't even be able to get a standard electric unit out of the store any longer. Everything's going to be heat pump technology.
Wow. Now, for your average person that just has a hot water tank, and tell us about heat pumps. Give us kind of the grade school education on that.
Well, heat pumps are it's a combination of a water heater and HVAC technology. It is a compressor, and it goes into eco mode. So basically, what you're doing is using a compressor and refrigeration to dual heat water at the same time with electric elements, and then the heat pump process, which basically allows you to, how could I say this? Capture energy that you would be wasting and put it back into the appliance.
Okay, kind of like in a car where they capture the exhaust and turn around and recycle it in to help with the engine efficiency.
Yep.
Kind of like that. That's really interesting. A lot of people haven't, really don't know about it, or they haven't learned a lot about it. So it is something that if you're looking to replace, or maybe new construction or something like that, it's worth taking a look at, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, there's a little bit more that goes into it in regards to the footprint, how it's installed. It's very specific how it needs to go in, how much makeup air you have in the room, because it will cool your room. There's also, the discharge of it. It will lower the temperature of a room. It'll help with humidity in the basement. It will cool. That's the whole portion of it as well. There's energy that can be redistributed as well throughout the house. Not just in regards to the heating of the water. But what comes with that heat pump technology is, like I said, the whole HVAC type of, the upper half of the heater itself is basically your condensing unit outside.
Wow.
And what comes with that is computers, boards, devices that really is outside of the plumber's realm right now, because there's refrigeration involved.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're talking with Jim Eggert. He's with U.S. Water Heating Solutions. Everything about hot water. We're talking about it right now. You can give him a call at 833-879-4776, 833-879-4776. Recommend you go to the website and check things out there. It's uswhpro.com. That's uswhpro.com. When it comes time to, if you're having a problem with your water heating system, so many places don't do repair. It's just like, okay, you need a new one, it isn't working. Goodbye. I mean, you hear that a lot. You actually can do repair.
We focus on repair.
Okay.
In our training process, like I said, we have a live fire training lab inside of our facility that it's state of the art. What we're able to do there is simulate every single real world environmental issue in regards to water heating. Gas pressure, venting, high pressure with water, low pressure with water, flow issues. Anything that we could ever see in the field, we can make happen to that water heater. And on top of it, we can make parts not function through electrical means. We have things wired into our equipment to where we can kill off a control board or something else and have our technicians use their metering to address the situation. There's a manometer for gas, there's a combustion analyzer, there's an electric meter. These are all things plumbers, for the most part, some of them aren't really comfortable around sometimes, especially an electrical meter.
Yeah.
Our guys are trained to troubleshoot the problem, identify what's causing it, find the broken part, but also find what could have created that broken part, and then bring the whole solution together and let's figure that out. Sometimes it's a bad part on a heater. Okay, we can fix that. Sometimes there's no maintenance or there's something that's wrong with the heater because of water quality and things of that nature. If you're involved in a tankless, tankless heaters are great, but a lot of the installation contractors, they get the job done, they put in a great product, and they're no longer there. And that has to be maintained at least, 6 months to a year and flushed. And if you don't, the heat exchangers have issues, and then you have problems. You have this nice appliance that could cost you, roughly anywhere between $4,000 and $6,000 to install, and you're loving it because now you're seeing the savings on your utility bill because you're not burning gas when you're not using it to heat the pot of water. You're just using it on demand. But if you're not taking care of the appliance, you're going to have a problem. A
lot of people don't understand that it's not a set it or forget it. No matter what you do, you got maintenance involved, don't you?
Everything. Yeah, everything. Both residential and commercial applications. If people understood that and knew it, and more so some of the people, education is important too. Some people want to sell water heaters. They can do that. But if you're active about it and you're explaining to the homeowner and giving them the education on, the installation manual and what's required for the maintenance, homeowners can do this stuff on their own. I mean, flushing a tank is easy to do. It gets rid of the sediment, prolongs the life of the heater on a tank in a house. You don't do that and you got water quality issues, that's going to deteriorate the tank faster and lead to premature failure.
Yeah, and there are things that you can do yourself, and it's important that you do that in order to, make the investment last longer, right?
Definitely. Whether it's a heat pump or a standard tank in a house or a tankless product, all of them have their own set of maintenance needs, and this is in residential, to prolong the life. And if you don't, you can set it and forget it and just leave it. But, you're definitely not going to go past the 5-year time frame.
Yep. And with so many home-related products, people don't need to realize that, the product is the product. Okay? The difference is installation. The difference is installation and who you have doing it. Because you can buy, the same water heater at different places. But But that's really what it boils down to, is that installation and that knowledge, especially with the technology that's built into these things anymore. You've got the high efficiency, you've got all that stuff. Or maybe, I think one of the things that makes your company unique is that you take an approach of, okay, end user, what do you need? What are you looking to do? What's important to you? Is it, constant hot water, for like the tankless? Or is it something? Is it economy? I mean, what you're looking for, and then find the solution. Going backwards on that, but when it's all you do, then you're definitely experts. And this is a plumber that also does water heaters, kind of thing.
Yeah, like I said, we have to focus on the needs of the individual and what we're working with on site. Every home is different. Newer construction products are a lot easier to work around, but there's a lot of houses that have been around for 100 years now, and we're dealing with old systems and things like that we got to work around. But all of it can be overcome as long as you got a contractor or someone you're working with that understands that and is looking out for the customer in that regard. It goes a long way. That's our business. We want our customers to refer us and to call us back when they're in need, and that's our number one focus.
Yep. Well, thanks for being on the show. You do free consultations, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. So if you want to check into it, and again, this is kind of like you're going to an expert because this is all they do. And they've been successful, got, different branches throughout the United States. Give them a call, 833-879-4776, 833-879-4776. Best thing to do is hit that website, uswhpro.com. All one word, no dots or dashes. Jim, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
It's Home Answers on AM 560, The Answer.
Your go-to for all things